It's the 11th of June 1994 and it's start of the 70 Wild Miles from Glencoe up here in Scotland. It's very, very cold and they've just started, and it's the cyclist's first time cycling all the way from King's House Hotel all the way to Taynuilt.
3, 2, 1, go! On your marks, get set, go! Good luck, good luck! 3, 2, 1, good luck!
Good luck! You'll get it,
Where's Kate?
Dave, you ready?
Go! Good luck!
Just give me a sec.
Or Simon just come to see.
If you ask him, I don't know if Gordon's still there. 3, 2, 1, go! Good luck!
David Alec, can I
Yes.
have you aside for a second? Now, the 70 Wild Miles, has this been going on for a few years now?
We started in 1989 with, there was 18 of us did it that first year. I actually did it myself. We're in our 5th year now,
Yeah.
having raised over £50,000 for jointly for cystic fibrosis and cancer research.
Right. Have you chosen these charities for a special reason?
The first year we did it, one of the organisers, or gentlemen organising the first year, knew a family that had a child with cystic fibrosis,
Right.
which really is what originated it. And then the next year it developed into cancer research as well. So we do 50-50 at the moment with the proceeds. Last year we raised 17,000 last year, and we're hoping for a good bit more this year.
How many more entries are there this year than last year?
This year we've got 100 entrants, half and half, 50 being solo and 50 being relay. Last year we set off just over 60.
Right.
So,
I'll
excuse me.
just let you get back to setting them off, and then we'll come back to you.
Thank you. Al McAndrew, J Campbell. 3, 2, 1, go!
Yes, good.
Right. 3, 2, 1,
Ready?
go! Yes!
And now a second load of cyclists have gone, and I'll just catch David for just a couple more questions. David, the weather is not looking too good today, is it?
No, unfortunately it's not. We've been rather lucky with the weather over the last few years, but it's a bit breezy today, and just have to do a few extra safety tips. And
Do you think
on the canoe.
do you think it'll take the cyclists a bit longer to?
Probably will. The worst section is after Tyndrum, where you actually turn into the wind, and that certainly obviously adds a good bit onto the time.
Bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride it where I like. You say black, I say white. You say bar, I say bite. You say shark, I say him. And Jaws was never my scene, and I don't like Star Wars. You say Rose, I say Royce. You say God, give me a choice. You say Lord, I say Christ. I don't believe in Peter Pan, Frankenstein, or Superman. All I wanna do is bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle. Races are coming your way, so forget all your duties. Oh yeah. Rock bottom girls, they'll be riding today, so look out for those beauties. Oh yeah. On your marks, get set, go! Kane. You say John, I say Wayne, hot dog. I say Cooler Man, I don't want to be the president of America. You say Smile, I say Cheese, Cartier, I say Please, Income Tax. I say Jesus, I don't want to be a candidate for Vietnam or Watergate. 'Cause all I want to do is bicycle, yeah, bicycle, yeah, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle, bicycle. Come on, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride it where I like.
Well done, 20 miles. Carry on. Aye, you're doing fine. 20 miles down. Well done, 20 miles down.
And here we are in Tainham. We've just arrived. It's now 11 o'clock, 3 hours after they began, and there's a few stragglers still arriving now, but it's taken on average about 2 hours 15, 2 hours 30 minutes to arrive here. The people are quite tired now, and for those people who are canoeing as well, they've got a long stretch ahead. It's 10 miles. And with me it's Chris Creeper. Hi Chris.
Hi there.
Tell me, how did it go?
Very well, enjoyed it.
And how about the weather? It's been a bit windy, a touch of rain. It must have been a problem for you.
It was cool, so it's better than a blistering hot day, that's for sure.
But at least you weren't wearing a fleece. You wear a fleece on the bike, you normally boil.
That's
so
right.
I bet you were just wearing the right sort of clothing.
Yeah, I was quite pleased, yes.
Good. Uphills, downhills, what do you think about the route in general?
It was nice. The steep bits that I'd been warned about didn't seem so bad, so that was quite a relief actually.
I noticed as I was coming down, though, a small amount of bunching and a few individuals. How did you cycle along?
Mainly on my own. I was trying to catch up my friend who had a fluorescent yellow top, but every time I caught up it wasn't him. So
I noticed that everyone had this fluorescent top. Do you find it a lot easier if you can see a person in front and then you can catch up, or do you find that you can pace yourself?
Just concentrating and getting the wheels going round, really.
That's good.
So, yes.
And did you fall off at all? Or
No, the worst bit was just this little track with the loose chippings, but and I thought it was there and it just seemed to go on forever.
A few traffic jams as well. I noticed the lights are out.
I think there was a few people breaking the highway code going through
I
those red
noticed
lights.
that too.
But I'm sure the police turned a blind eye.
That's good. There was a lot of traffic about, actually. Did you find that they were mostly quite good to you, or?
Yeah, they were very, very courteous. It was just occasionally going up hills. If a lorry passed, you sort of got knocked to a standstill, but that wasn't their fault, really.
Right. And finally, your time, how was your time? Have you found out yet?
It was 2:24, better than I expected, so I've got a long day ahead of me, though.
Did you do it last year?
No, this is my first time, so
really?
I'm a couch potato to an athlete in 6 months.
That's good. And are you doing the canoeing and
I'm
running
doing
as
the
well?
canoeing and the running, yes.
Great, well, all the best, Chris.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Okay.
One of the guys that's been up on Well, that's what I thought, because I did ask
I'm going to meet Bob Sharp, who's a veteran from the Cranman Boat Club. He's in charge of the safety organisation here. Good afternoon, Bob.
Good afternoon.
Tell me, how has the thing been going so far?
It's gone very well so far. The weather's been kind to us. I think that helps our angle very much. You know, being involved in the safety angle, then if the weather stays the way it is, it'll be fine.
It's a gigantic effort, this. There's all aspects of exercise. Even on the major roads, I noticed a few of the cyclists are having problems with the traffic, apart from the traffic jams. What sort of problems were you prepared for? Did any come up?
We haven't really. We have had some problems on the road which we didn't honestly expect, i.e. road chips being laid where we didn't expect them, road curbs being laid where we didn't expect them, traffic lights that appear out of nowhere. However, I do believe that with one exception, everybody's been very well behaved and nothing's happened. We only upset the police once.
Oh, that's good. Have there been any injuries or falling off, or not that you've heard of?
Not so far. We had one bent wheel at the very start on one bike. That's all I've come across anyway so far.
That's good. Now, how about the canoeing? Obviously, that's a major risk with drowning. What sort of provisions are you laying forth so people won't drown?
Well, we've got the whole loch sectored here using the Ordnance Survey grids. So we have our boats lettered A to N. There will be a boat on every individual grid. We're only using half the loch, i.e. the east side, because of the way the wind's coming today. One of the big problems is right where we're standing at the moment. The tide is going out now, and there's an 8-knot run on the water going through between the jetties here. So we don't want any canoes obviously anywhere near here. On the loch side we've got spotter vehicles going down the loch side because the horizon is very low on the water, probably only about 2 miles.
Right.
When you're sitting in a rescue boat and you're looking for a canoeist's head basically, and there's a bit of swell running, it's very, very hard to see. So we've got the spotters on the side. Everything is radio linked.
That's good. And how about the final side, the running? What sort of road is that going to be like? Is the access quite good for emergency vehicles?
It's not too bad at all. We've got all the provision built into that as well, and we've got spotters obviously the whole way. We've we've got signs up absolutely everywhere warning everybody what's
Right.
going on, which is about the best we can do here. It's nice in Glen Etive, people are very respectful up there.
That's good.
They're all interested people, you know.
Right. And is exposure the main problem, and dehydration that these athletes will suffer?
I would think so. We've got special thermal blankets and all the rest of it for them here if anybody does go into the water for any length of time. I mean, even 2 minutes in this water at this temperature is potentially dangerous, hence the number of rescue boats. This is probably a tremendous overkill here today, but we've got to be that way.
Better be safe than sorry.
You have to be, that's the way it is.
And how long have you been doing this for?
This type of thing for about 10 or 12 years. This particular event, this is only our second year of involvement. But of course the event seems to grow in size every year.
Right.
It's important that we stay alongside it, I think, really.
That's good. Right, Bob.
It's a charity event, that's what we like.
Well, certainly, and there's a good lot of money to raise for charity. That's the important thing.
That's what it's about.
Thanks very much, Bob.
Thank you very much. Thank
Goodbye.
you.
Bob Walker, where do you come from today?
Come from Edinburgh.
And are you taking part in all three parts?
Yes, doing all 3 legs of this 70-mile triathlon.
And is it the first time that you've ever done this before?
First time, yeah.
And I believe it's a bit of a celebration for you as well. Can you tell me more about this?
Yeah, it just happens to be my 50th birthday.
This is some sort of present. Has anyone put you up to this, or is it your own idea?
No, I wanted to do it anyhow, and then I discovered it was on my birthday.
And
so
how
I
have you been?
thought, I thought it was even more fun to do it on my birthday.
And how have you been preparing for it?
I've trained for the running because I think that'll be the hardest. I've been running around Arthur Street in Edinburgh, but I haven't trained for the other bit.
Okay. And how about the cycling? How did you find that?
I found that quite hard.
Have you been doing much training for that?
I haven't done any training for the cycling. But I
Goodness
cycle
me.
everywhere, but not any distance.
And what was your time?
2:55.
That's not too bad.
Yeah,
I think
the
the
wind
average
was quite
just
hard,
over
yeah.
2 hours.
Was it? Yeah.
So that's quite good, actually. And how about the running? Do you think that is going to be the most difficult part for you?
I think that'll be the hardest because it's the end of the day when you're tired and it's uphill.
And I hear you being cheered on by many because this being your first time, does this mean you're going to be doing this even next year, or are you going to see how you recover first?
No, it's the kind of event I look forward to doing again. I enjoy the outdoors and hill walking, skiing and so on. So I'd like to do it again.
That's good.
Everybody can move their canoes and prepare to get into the river here. As soon as everybody's in the water, I'll signal the start with a loud horn, okay? seconds.
Shines bright on Loch Lomond, where me and my true love spent many happy days, on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. 'Twas there that we parted in yon shady glen, on the steep, steep sides of Ben Lomond, where in purple hue the Highland hills we view, and the moon glints out in the glow.
sword.
I'm Mike Fraser. Now,
how are you?
Hello, and you're not from Aberdeen, are you not?
Well, I come from Aberdeen originally, but I'm actually living in Edinburgh now.
Oh yes, and what are you doing now?
What am I doing?
Yes.
I'm working at Scottish Widows. I'm a computer analyst.
That's good. And tell me, have you done this sort of thing before?
Yes, I did it. I tried my luck last year, and I'm back for more punishment again this year.
And what is the weather condition like compared to last year's? Is it worse?
Windy both years, but at least last year we had a bit of sunshine.
Really? I know it's been quite overcast.
I'm still waiting for the sunshine today, you know.
And how was the cycling this morning? How do you cope with the traffic problems? I heard they were gritting roads, there were traffic jams.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. A few minor problems.
For example?
Coming down a downhill, you know, I have a car in front of me. I had to slow down for the cyclist in front, you see.
Oh, right.
I'm on the brakes before.
And there's slipstreaming, of course.
Absolutely, right.
I didn't think so. And the canoeing, how was that? It's pretty cold out here today.
Oh, but it was pretty hot when you're actually out there getting arms working, you know.
And the wind was behind you as well, I noticed.
Yes.
That would have helped.
It did.
And now we're getting ready for the running. Now, of course, you're doing all 3 events here, so are you ready for that?
I'm ready as I'll ever be.
You've used your legs in the cycling, you've used your arms in the canoeing, and now it's legs again. Yeah. How are they going to cope?
Well, when I get out of the canoe there, I couldn't stand up.
Really?
Keep on running, keep on hiding. One fine day I'm gonna be the one to make you understand. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be your man. Keep on running, running from my arms. One fine day I'm gonna be the one to make you understand. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be your man. Everyone is talking about me. It makes me feel so bad. Everyone is laughing at me. It makes me feel so sad. So keep on running. Hey, hey. All right. Yeah. Keep on running, running from my arms. One fine day I'm gonna be the one to make you understand. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be your man. Everyone is talking about me. It makes me feel so sad. Everyone is laughing at me. Make me feel so bad. Keep on running, running from my arms. One fine day I'm gonna be the one to make you understand. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be your man. Hey, come on. Make me feel so good. I wanna be your man. All right. Come on, baby. I wanna be your man. Well, no, you make me feel so good. You make me wanna shine, baby. Come on. Oh, come on, baby. volume, pump up the volume, dance, dance.
On the record when the drum beats go like this.
Pump up the volume, pump up the volume, pump up the volume, dance, dance.
James, can I stop you there? Yeah. James, number 98, James Jarrow. Tell me, how did it go?
Pretty tiring, pretty windy, pretty cold, you know, usual stuff.
It sounds like it's your first time, am I right?
Yeah, it was definitely my first time.
And did you only do the running, or did you do any of the other things?
Only the running.
And are you in the team then?
I was in team 98 with
Really?
Barry and John.
Oh, who are they? Are they friends or part of the athletics
they're
team?
two lecturers at my college, so you
Oh,
know, if
you're
I
a
didn't-
student?
I'm a student, but if I didn't put a good performance in, zip, I guess I don't get
Now,
my degree.
I
you know?
guess you're not doing a degree in law. It sounds like in the sort of sports coaching sort of field, am I
Funny
right?
you're saying that, yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh, which one? Maybe Murray House?
It is, yeah,
that's a
sports
good
college,
guess.
yeah. Murray House, Cramond.
And tell me, I bet all the other guys in the course, they think you're absolutely crazy doing this sort of course. I mean, this sort of run.
Oh, well, you know, they're local courses from pub to pub in Edinburgh, you know, so anything over 2 miles is like energetic. But
So how is this compared with the normal sort of coaching that you do?
well, coaching is in the classroom what we do. So that's about what we do, you know. We don't do much exercise.
Are you going to do it again?
Definitely next year.
Are you going to get invited?
Fun?
Are you going to get invited, do you think?
Well, I hope so.
And how much money do you think you've raised for charity?
I couldn't say. I guess as a team, maybe 150 or something.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's super. Well, thanks so much for
Thank you
stopping
very
us.
much.
Off you go
All right.
for a jog around the block.
Okay, thank you.
I brought my tickling stick. Okay. Anna Campbell, the first girl across the finishing line. Tell me about it.
It was great fun. I've just decided to go for it because I was feeling quite good at the beginning and just kept my head down after a while when I saw hill after hill after hill.
And
But it was good, lots of cheering along the way.
And did you go on your own, or did you have a pacemaker who ran alongside you?
No, I did it on my own, although I had some friends in a car that kept either encouraging me from behind or ahead.
I did
so-
notice a large rabble of people who
Yes.
kept on cheering you across.
Yeah.
Are they workmates or?
Part of the Edinburgh Hash Harriers.
Oh, that's.
So it's a
Is that
bunch
where
of
you
us.
got the exercise from?
Yes.
And is this your first time, or have you done it before?
This is the first time I've ever done this.
Are you
so-
going to do it again?
Oh, definitely. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
How did you find the weather? A bit windy and a bit rainy, or?
No,
didn't
it
bother
wasn't
you
too
at all?
bad actually. It was nice because I was getting really hot, so it kept me cool, the odd drizzle. And the wind, I think it was quite sheltered we were running, so it was fine.
And how have you been doing in terms of sponsorship? Have you raised quite a large amount of money?
I think between the team that are here, we should have, quite a few, couple hundred, £300 or something like that between us, so
That's great
it's a good
stuff.
start.
And once again, Anna, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
running, ladies.
Thank you.
Well done. Keep yourselves warm.
Tom and Muriel Balfour, tell me, which charity do you support?
We're from the Cystic Fibrosis Research Trust.
And where's that based?
And we're based in Edinburgh, but it is, of course, a British trust.
And do you represent the whole British Trust or only the Scottish area?
Well, we're really representing Scotland, yes.
That's good to hear. And tell me, you've been here doing the 70 Wild Miles for 2 years running. What do you think of the weather this time? It's been rather windy and wet.
But fun.
But fun.
Yeah. Don't you think so?
Oh, I do indeed, absolutely. How's the dog enjoyed it?
Thoroughly.
Excellent. How much money did you raise last year?
Last year we accepted a cheque for over £7,000.
That's good.
And that was shared with the cancer research, so that's something.
And I hear from Little Bird that that is the highest amount that was raised that. I hear from Little Bird that that was the highest amount that was raised that year.
That's right. They got the organisers got our cup, which goes to the people who give us most money.
Excellent.
And it's the second time they've had it.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
They'd had it 3 years ago.
names on the cup.
Now, I believe you're a member of a secret fan club here today. I believe there's a young person who's taking place. Can you tell me more about her?
There's Leslie, and I'm sure she'll tell you all about herself.
And here she is now, shall we?
Here she is.
Thank you. Thanks very much for all your help.
Bye.
Leslie, introduce me to your friends, please.
This is Bruce Campbell and this is Tommy Farrington.
Hello, now all of you are what age? Is it 16?
Yep.
I'm 17.
And are you part of a team or are you been competing as individuals?
Team.
And which team is that then?
The youngest team.
Yeah, we don't actually have a name, it's just the youngest team taking part.
How about the South Queensferry High team?
That'll do.
Thanks, that's a good one. These are leading questions, are they not?
Yeah.
Now tell me about the times you did with your canoeing, as I did wait for you to have an exclusive interview with you that would beat Grampian and STV, but I believe that, that you were very slow.
Yes, 3 hours 35.
Now obviously you didn't come last, did you?
Third last.
That's good enough for me. And you did the cycling, did you not?
Yeah.
And how was your time in that? I hear the average was about 2 hours and 15 minutes. So how was your time?
Yeah, about that as well.
Excellent. I must have asked you for the average time. Tell me, now you've just done the running.
That's right, yeah.
It was wet, it was windy.
It was.
How did it go? Tell me about it.
It was quite tough, it was quite hilly. Our time was about an hour 28.
Good, that's a good time.
Thanks.
And what position did you come in? Do you know?
I don't know yet. The guy behind me was about an hour 27. So.
Right, okay. Now tell me, how much money do you think you've raised collectively?
About £300.
That's good. And tell me, finally, is it good that you've beaten your teachers even if you haven't?
Yes.
Good. Right, thanks very much. Robert Young, you're from the Cancer Research Campaign in Scotland. Tell me, what are you doing here today?
Well, I'm supporting an event which has been raising funds for Cancer Research Campaign Scotland for the last 5 years. And I'd like to come along and show support and help where I can.
This is the 5th time that the 70 Wild Miles have been held. Has the Cancer Research Campaign in Scotland been helped by the 70 Wild Miles since it started?
Yes, it has, and I think since it started we've probably realised in the region of between £15,000 and £20,000 from 70 Wild Miles, which is just terrific. And having seen the 70 Wild Miles on tape the first time I was involved and actually seen it personally today, I get breathless just watching the video.
There's a lot of hard work and exertion that's taking place here today. Do you think that it's events like these that bring the charity out into the public's view?
Certainly, and it's events like this as well that keep the fun in fundraising, and it's important to remember that when you are fundraising to have fun while you're doing it as well. It's a bit of a masochistic fun today, I think, for some people maybe, and it certainly would be for me, but everybody seems to enjoy it, and that's important.
And how much money do you think has been raised actually today? I know you can only guess.
Well, if last year's anything to go by, and I think there are more participants this year, I would think that both charities could be looking at somewhere between £6,000 and £8,000 possibly each.
There's certainly more competitors this year than last year. I'm sure that will have helped. I know of a couple of individuals who've earned about £400 each.
That's terrific. Increasing the number of participants in the event by having teams of 3 obviously increases the base of fundraising 3 times, so it all adds up, and no matter how much people raise or how little people raise. When you have a lot of people involved, you end up with a lot of money at the end of the day.
And tell me a bit more about the charity. What does it do in Scotland?
The Cancer Research Campaign Scotland is part of the national charity Cancer Research Campaign, and it funds cancer research in Scotland. It's currently funding over 60% of all cancer research in Scotland, and we fund everything from basic laboratory research to psychological aspects of cancer, and also educating children, particularly the perils of smoking.
So tell me, how is the money spent in Scotland on cancer research?
Well, first of all the money that we raise in Scotland is spent in Scotland, and last year in 1993 we raised £7.3 million and we spent £7.5 million. That represented an increase of £1.1 million in the previous year, and we're spending the money in all types of research. The campaign says that we fight cancer on all fronts, and in Aberdeen we are funding research in the psychological aspects of cancer. In Dundee, Edinburgh and Glasgow and the Beatson Institute, we're funding basic research in laboratories, and we also fund education.
I think education is very important too. Seeing around today, there's very few people who are smoking, so obviously I think the message is getting through to even those who aren't taking part, who need the fitness.
Well, that's right, and I think certainly to take part in an event like 70 Wild Miles, the last thing you need as a handicap is to smoke as well, although I would imagine there probably are some people that do smoke and are maybe contrary to the laws of averages, but it certainly doesn't help, I'm sure.
And how have you enjoyed your day today? I know it's been quite windy and blustery, especially for spectators, but let alone the competitors.
Well, I take my hat off to the competitors, and in a wind like this it probably would be taken off on its own anyway, but it's a tremendous effort by everybody, and I'm just pleased that I've been able to be here again, and I look forward to being back next year.
Great stuff. Well, it's been good speaking to you. Thanks very much.
All right, thank you.
We're doing the prizes now, and first, second and third prizes. No, joking apart. What we're going to do is we'll call out the names of the winners, and if they're in the hall, please come up and get the prizes. Just before I do that, I really do have to say there is an awful lot of people we have to thank for this weekend. All the people who willingly gave their time, dipped into their pocket, put petrol in their own vans and diesel and all the rest of it to come up and help us. There is honestly far too many people to mention by name, but all the people out there who did give us a hand, thank you very much indeed. Without your help, the event would not be possible. That is absolutely for sure. Really do appreciate that. And just from a personal point of view, and it is only my personal point of view, I would very much like to thank Bob Sharp and Night Freight and all the people from Crammon Boat Club who brought all their boats up and just made things so much safer on the water today. Thanks very much indeed. Can we have a round of applause for Bob Sharp and his team, please? Thanks very much indeed. It goes out to everybody. Thank you. Right. Now, if he's still here, the first solo, or we'll do it in reverse order. The third solo overall was number 92, D. Arthur. Is there a D. Arthur in the room? If there is, if he can make his way to the stage. We'll give you 5 seconds for this section of the course. Right. If D. Arthur's not here or he can't get to the front, then we'll give him his prize after it. If he is, he can shout out. No, he's not. Right. Second solo overall was R.J. Colbeck, number 39. Is he in the hall? Okay. He's here. Well done. Now, the first solo overall did the course in an incredible time of 5 hours 44, which is really fast. It was number 2, R. Hulton. Is number 2 R. Hulton in the hall? Well done. This is going on in News at 10. The prize for the first solo female was number 88, A. Whitelaw. Is there an A. Whitelaw in the hall? Not here. Right. Moving. I think John wants to take over here. I'll have a wee chat amongst ourselves. We're going to do the solos first. Sorry, right. There's so many prizes, you know, almost everybody gets one, so that's not true. Right, in the sections solo, right, the first in the cycle was D. Arthur, number 92. Now, he won third prize in the solo overall, and I know he's not here, so, but well done anyway. In the canoeing section, A.M. Denny, number 17, won the canoeing section. Is there an A.M. Denny here? Don't tell me it's only the party goers and the drinkers that are left. First in the run, number 42, M. Fraser. Is there an M. Fraser here? It is all the drinkers we've got left. That's good, that's quite good, John. Right. First veteran, number 45, Mr. Watson. Is Mr. Watson around? Well, he's not actually. I'd like to say, because I would like to say that the winning of the trophies and the medals is one thing, but the sponsorship is equally, if not more important as well. And I know that Mr. Watson raised in excess of £1,000 in his sponsorship, so he well deserves a prize. You know? Right, so moving swiftly on to the relays. Third in the relays was number 26, Jameson, McCrindle and Newham. Is there a number 26 relay team in the hall? It's definitely the drinkers that are left. Sorry, somebody's creeping backstage here. I'm not doing the raffle, I'm doing the numbers of the prizes of the people that were in the event, you know? We don't have a number 1006. Right. So wake up, Chris. Number 69 was second in the relay, McPherson, Lewis and Dean. Is McPherson, Lewis and Dean here? I don't believe it. They're all far too clean living people, these. Far too clean living. We've got someone has been, we've got one of the relay team who's going to have a half lager shandy later. Well done, very good, very good. And this, surely, certainly, they won't be here, will they? First in the relay, number 53, Whittle, Easton and Gardner. Yes, Andy Gardner's here. Another, no, not the tables, on the tables later on. Right. There's two of them. Could we have some ID, please? No, we'll take your word for it. Well, very well done. Very well done. Well done. Right. So, would you like to say something?
I wish the other team member had appeared as well. He's still here putting up somebody's tent.
Right. Okay. Well, that concludes. First female relay team overall. Sorry, it's a late result that's just come in. I'm sorry, John's. We've got a choice of 5 here. Sorry, it's 73 and it's got an asterisk. First is relay team number 73. I'm sorry, I don't have any names at the moment, but is anybody who is in relay team number 73 in the hall? Obviously. Are they? Yes, they are. Murray, Hayward and Logie. So you've got 2 people. Right. Now, I'll tell you briefly what the hopeful plan is for tonight. And the hopeful plan is, because if anybody was here last year, you'll remember we had a smaller generator than we have this year, last year, and that kept tripping out. and with a smaller sound system. We've got a bigger generator this year, but we've got a slightly bigger sound system than we had last year. So we've already had a complaint about the noise at 5 o'clock tonight. But the plan is, basically, on the tables around about the hall, you have a list of the various sort of CDs that we have got up here. If anybody wants to get a request or play something, then we'll endeavour to do it from our limited selection, but not just immediately. So what we plan to do, right, there's North Cape posters if anybody wants them for nothing, but what we want to do just before we start getting the music started and building it up till the generator trips out, what we'd like to do is draw the raffle, I think. Chris? Chris is going to come up and help us. Well, Chris has been round doing the raffle, so Chris is going to come up and get the raffle started, and he's going to present the prizes. So if you give us a couple of seconds, we'll get Chris up to present the prizes. We'll need just 2 minutes, so we'll put some soft background music on, and we'll come back in 2 minutes and hopefully do the raffle. Thank you. It's raffle time. Yes. And what we're going to do is Dave Allott, who's one of the organisers. He's one of our English organisers. Every year going. Dave has a lot of difficulty getting here because every time he comes up and he says, "Where's Valley Cove? Where's Lake Etive?" and stuff like that. So, but Dave's done a great job. He did all the catering for tonight. So,
did he try the
that's
skew?
a thing, Dave.
Did he try it?
So,
Try the skew.
Thanks, Dave, for your help. And
I'd just like to point something out. You'll probably have spotted the lunatics going around the course today with a big sign saying TV on their back. Well, they were actually
Transvestites.
No, they weren't transvestites, that's a lie. They were actually making a specific video for the event today, and they're going to be dubbing a video, so we're hopefully going to get quite a number of copies. And if anybody, we're going to put together a newsletter, send that out to all the competitors, and in years to come, if you want to show your grandchildren that you actually did this event, you actually competed in it, and you did it, then we will have a video for you. Obviously, if you contact one of the organisers, we'll get that to you, about a very small fee.
so, stop looking at the number. Right, the first number. What is this for?
Please.
This is for a bottle of champagne. It is indeed. And the number is 206. Time's up. Next. 206. Is there a 206? Surely the raffle ticket people must be here. Oh, sorry. I've made a major boob. Right, what I should have said is before we get into 206 is the prefix is ECJ. ECJ 876678. ECJ 876678. 206. Has anybody got that one? Just only need to do the 3 letters. Chris, time is out for that person, sorry. Right, ECJ 92. ECJ 92. You weren't selling these tickets before they started the event, were you? ECJ 92. Shout out loudly if you have ECJ 92.
Yeah.
No, doesn't look like it. Oh dear. Right, this is the third attempt to give out the bottle of champagne, but this time it'll be 4 o'clock in the morning. BSF, not BFM, BSF 285. BSF 285. Yes!
Yeah, come on down.
This BSF 285. Yes. Coincidentally.
I told you I'd see you right, didn't I? I told you I'd see you right.
Well done. Well done. Excellent. Well done. Well done. Right. Next. 70 Wild Miles t-shirts, which are still on sale on the right, but this one's going for free. The number is BSF 315. BSF 315. We'll give 20 seconds to make yourself known.